just talk about how that came about. What was it, a tough decision to leave Boone, and what ultimately led to this decision for you to head to Columbia?
Well, to be honest with you, from an outsider looking in, I really didn't have it. Carolina, that no assistant coaches I wasn't really close with. I knew a couple of those guys, but not to the point where I could be like, hey, push my name to Coach Spurrier. And I didn't even know the job had come open until my brother, which is a South Carolina graduate, of course. He calls me out. He says, "Hey, man, you ought to apply for the O-line job at South Carolina." I'm like, whatever. They're not going to hire a guy from FBS to come be the O-line coach in the SEC. And I said, plus, they were struggling. And it was a lot of, at that point in time, South Carolina was kind of they were teetering, and they just come off that bowl loss. And it was a tough, deal, I think, at that time for the Gamecocks and probably Coach Spurrier. But I always knew that if there was only a couple jobs that I would leave Boone, North Carolina for, and, one being the University of South Carolina, meaning because it was right from, 30 miles from my hometown. We grew up Gamecocks, and I always had that, a little special place in my heart for that team. So it was a very, very easy situation. But I sent a resume down there, and just lo and behold, Coach Spurrier actually looks it over. And like I said, I don't know how many people get a job in this day and age by resume, but he actually gave that resume back to me a few years later, and where he had written and made notes on it, underlined some things and circled some things and put an exclamation mark by some things. And actually that's what did it. I mean, it was good work over an amount of time at Appalachian State. He gives me a call and says, come and interview. I come and interview, and it was during the course of that bowl game against Connecticut. It was just a bad situation. They weren't playing very well and just looked pitiful. And in the third quarter, I sent him a text, and I just said, I can help your football team. And the next day I get several missed phone calls while I'm in church. I walk out of church, and it's from Coach Spurrier, and I call him back, and he said, how soon can you be here? And I said, well, it takes about 3 hours, but I'll be there in about an hour. It was very easy. I was going to take it. I mean, I wanted that job, and I knew I could make a difference in that football team. And so it was a very easy decision for me and my family. And we went down there, and we made the most of an opportunity. It was a great opportunity. I still, I'm forever indebted to Coach Spurrier, because not many people could have taken a chance on a 1AA offensive line coach. But he did, because he was Coach Spurrier and he could do that. And I think it worked out well for both of us.